Hello, friends. Welcome to Keep It Simple, day number 16. We are going to be working on the back today. So we are going to be back on our pull-up bar. So if you have a pull-up bar, we're going to be using that. Otherwise, use a band, and you can do banded rows like this, just developing the back if you have your anchor point. If you have a TRX, you could do rows. If you don't have a band or a TRX, you'll lie on the ground on your back, take your weight, pull it overhead, and then back up over your chest, those overhead pulls that I absolutely love. And then you'll also need a set of mid-weight dumbbells. I'm going to go a little bit lighter today and go a little bit more for just pace and higher repetitions. So our pull-ups are going to be just at 5 reps, but we're going to be floating them through, let's see, what have I got? Twice per set. And then our weighted set is going to be at 20 repetitions. All right, with that, let's come down to the mat. Spread your fingertips out nice and wide. Sit your hips back and down and rock your hips side to side. Feel those shoulders slide down the back. Take some deep breaths. Try to just get present in your moment. Then come up to your hands and knees, and we're going to go through some cat-cow. So open your chest, big inhale, exhale, push through the hands, drive into the knees, and then tuck. Grab your core as tight as you can. One more, pull forward. Exhale and round. Let's go into our downward facing dog. Drive your hips up and back. Pedal out your feet. I am a little tight today, I have to admit. Legs are tight, shoulders are tight. Can tell I've been working, but it's good. Always good. Take a little bit of extra time, though, to get yourself geared up and loosened up for your set. Okay, grab the belly, pull your left leg forward, outside your left hand, drop the back hip, and then inhale to lift that left arm up. Plant back down. Let's shift to the other side. Right leg forward, drop in, rotate up. Drop it down, bring that right leg back, left leg forward. Drop those hips. Rotate up. Push it back. Right leg forward. And rotate up. Alrighty. From here, we flip it over onto our back side, and we're going to go into our dead bugs. Some of the best core flexion exercises that we do, that anybody does. If you ever go and Google or search best abdominal exercises, these always show up. It's always fun when you click on a link. It says 6-minute abs, 6 minutes to a six-pack. That's all the stuff we do. Not quite sure that it equates to a six-pack without a bunch of other crazy stuff as well. Tighten, flex, flex and tighten. 6. See if you can bury the belly button down into the back. Check in with your back, your upper back. See how you're engaging. 9 and 10. All right, our fun little knee hug. Oh, feel that round in the upper back. This feels good. Rock and roll. Just tighten in. See if you can get that low back again to roll onto the mat. I used to have a big womp in my low back, and I've been able to kind of learn how to engage the abdomen and loosen the low back so that I can have a little bit more flexibility there, being able to push my low back into the ground. All right, here we go for our deep squats. See if you can get those heels on the ground and then drive up. 2, tighten in through that core, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, lunge and lean. Getting those hip flexors open. Getting your legs to warm up. Lifted chest. Strong core. Line your knees and toes. See if you can find the 4 corners of your foot so you're not gripping with your toes, but you can drive out of that heel and activate the glutes. 9, 9, 10, 10. Alrighty. We have our spider lunge next. So go nice and wide on your mat. Sink over to one side. Drop as low as you can. Open through the hips. And then shift to that other side. Sink in. Last week, on my left side, I had some pretty crazy stretch in my calf when I lunged over. I think this has been good to help stretch all that out. Feeling good now. Okay, push-ups. Getting better at push-ups, I hope. Ten, and then drop all the way down. Getting good range these days. Okay, tuck through that tailbone. We're going to be doing more back extensions later, but right now we're going to go through a full lift. Hold that low belly strong, tuck your tailbone, and grab through that core, and then lift upper and lower body. Connect with the body. See what it's feeling. Ten. All right, we have our wall dips. So head to that wall. My triceps are sore from our push-ups that we hit up yesterday. Between the obvious tricep push-ups, lizard push-ups, and then even those Hindu push-ups got into those triceps. Can you get that core still going? 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. All right, grab behind your back. Interlace your hands. Hinge forward. Get those upper arms over the back of the head. Okay, we're going to get rolling. So we're going to start off with 20 back extensions or seal pushes. Okay, lower onto your belly. And depending on your back and what goes on with your low back, you need to be super careful and mindful of your range here. Biggest deal is grabbing that core. Okay, so plant your hands underneath your shoulders and then tuck your tailbone, grab your glutes like we just did for a Superman. Belly strong, and then you're just going to push up as high as feels good for you and down. up and down. Make sure those glutes stay engaged. The belly stays strong. You are pushing into your arms, but you're also grabbing with your back. You're building health and flexibility into your spine, that back. 9, 10. Don't forget, keep that core strong. Glutes flexed. So flexing the glutes helps protect that low back. Your range is up to you. 18, 19, 20. All right, we're going to push back into our child's pose. Stretch that other way. Reach. And then we're going to move into our first set of pull-ups. Just 5. Development day. Hitting a rep range feels good. Doable. I definitely struggled with those. 10 from the other day. But as you know, it's good. All right, here we go. Use your back. I know it seems silly to say, but feel that flexion in that upper shoulder girdle. 5. All right, now we're going to go locomotive. You're going to grab those weights. One leg slightly forward, one leg slightly back, so don't go too long apart. Just hinge forward, grab a lot through the low belly, and you're going to pull your elbows side to side. 4, 5. Find your back. 10. See if you can get any more core. Squeeze your elbows in tight next to your ribs. 17, 18, 19, 20. Back to our pull-up bar. Remember, you can do your banded pulls, TRX, or your overhead pulls on the ground. Be in control on your drop. Five. All right, now we're going to go bent elbow flies, back flies. So we're not going super wide, but your elbows do pull out like a fly and then pinch back in. 20 reps. Build your back. Feel those back muscles squeeze together. You've got to get that core going strong to support your hinge. If hinging forward this far pulls on your low back, then maybe sit down on a box, a bench, a chair to protect your low back, put less pressure on your low back. But you have to get this forward hinge, or else you're not going to develop the back the way that we need to. Last 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Okay. This time, we're going to do a thoracic twist. You have 2 options. You can stay on your hands and knees and twist from there. So thoracic is your middle spine. You have your upper back, mid back, low back. Mobility is in the mid back. So plant your hand behind your head, rotate from the mid back, trying to keep the hips as still as possible. If you want a little extra intensity and core grab, then you can hit up a high plank and then set your hand behind and twist from there. But really focus on trying to get that mid back open, keeping the low back stable. 5. All right, push up into your downward facing dog. Slide those hips back as far as you can. Drive your shoulder blades down your back and hollow out your armpits. Take both feet and rock your heels to the right. So we get another little twist and stretch in our mid-back. But this time we're trying to keep our upper back still and rotate through the mid-back so that the low back moves. Okay, head your heels to the left side. Take a deep breath. Make sure you're dropping that right shoulder down. And then we're back onto the ground. All right, back extensions. Step 2, lock through the belly, lock through the glutes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Pack that back. Keep that core strong. Feel the shoulder blades slide down. Should not be activating into the upper or into the neck. Keep the core strong. The goal isn't to compress the low back, but build flexibility and mobility. 15, 16. 20. All right, push up and back. Get your child's pose. Maybe shift your hips a little, and then we're up into our pull-ups again. Little stretches along the way. Always feels good. Create that lengthened spine. We need our back for posture, height, confidence, health. All right, here we go. 5 reps. Whew. All right, locomotive. If you can remember which leg you had forward last time, put the other leg forward this time. If you don't remember, just remember for next time. Super strong belly. You should feel the abs and the back. 13, 14, 18, 19, 20. Good. I like locomotives. I feel like I've done them for a while. All right, back into our pull-ups. Learn to utilize little rests, little breaks. Good for you mentally. And then also physically. Gives you the ability to try to get a little more out of your next set. Better. It was better than my second round last time. Happy. All right, back into those back flies. Remember, if you need to take a seat on something, feel free. You need to be able to hinge forward. If you're standing with that upper body too high, then you're more in the shoulders and less in the back. We're here for our back. Keep your head, neck, and back still. 12. 18, 19, 20. In that hinge, you need to be able to keep the core strong to support the back, but then the hips neutral, that pelvis neutral to the shoulders to support your back and support all the pulls there. All right, I'm going to try my hands and knees this time, just because I feel like I was twisting in my hips a little too far. Really want to build that mobility. Still lock in that core. You can still totally feel that grab. Flat. Tug and tighten the low belly in. 3, 4, and 5. All right, let's go back into that downward facing dog. Drive the hips up. Feel the back engage. Hopefully you can hide your heels behind your toes. Rotate your heels to the right. Keep that stability. Squared off shoulders in the upper back. Rotate to the middle and then to the left. Rotate to the middle and then we'll drop down. All right, here we go. Set 3. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Keep those glutes strong. Focus here. Feel the body. Check in. Make sure you know what's going on. Can you pull the belly button back any deeper towards your spine? 16. It's not about how high you push. It's about staying safe within your range of motion. 19. 20. All right, push up and back. Child's pose. All right, coming up, we have our pull-ups. Feel free to adjust your grip on the bar. You can go more narrow. You can go wider. You can do an underhand grip. I haven't tried an underhand grip for a while. Generally, my elbows don't really like that, so you decide. Yes. All right. Locomotive. Grip and grab through that belly. 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest evenly on those legs. We're getting that mid-back mobility again here. Keep the hips stable and just move through that mid-back. All right. We have our pull-ups. Oh. Here we go. And 5. Whew. Starting to feel my triceps wear out. Told you they were sore from yesterday. All right. Flies. Bring it on, flies. 4, 5, 6. Pinch between those shoulder blades. Somebody was watching your back, they'd see those shoulder blades move together. Pinching in. In order to make that happen, you have to keep a long back. Lifted chest. 18, 19, 20. If your back is rounding at all, you're not going to be able to get that pinch between. You have to lengthen, then get that squeeze. Okay, thoracic twist. Working in and threading in that mobility set. So good. 2, 3. Hoping I'm getting a little more range than I did at the beginning as well. When I first started doing these years ago, I was very, very tight. And actually, the reason I started doing them is because I had shoulder issues. My right shoulder had bicep tendonitis and super unfun. And I was taught I needed better mobility, flexibility in the back in order to engage the back to support my shoulders. I was trying to get my shoulders to do all the work. Okay, rotate those feet all by themselves. We're going to get a bonus round of 4. I'm very, very excited. I hope you are too. All right, lower down. Set it in. Here we go. Check in, pull that belly button back. Make sure you have space between your ears and shoulders. Your turtle pushing its neck out of the shell, driving the shoulders down. 15. 18, pinch, pinch, squeeze those shoulder blades together. 19, 20. Push back, get that child's pose. All right, pull-ups. 10 pull-ups left. Five at a time. Two, 1. All right, locomotives. Hinge it forward. Grab deep into that back. 2, 3, 8. Pack your back. Make sure it's not in the shoulders. 20. Alrighty. Last 5 on those pull-ups. Come on, come on. There we go. All right, then our flies. Remember, stay flat through that back. Building posture muscles. So you got to open that back. Get good posture, then get your weights going. Don't even worry how far your elbows come. It's really about what's going on with that upper back. Neutralize your hips with your shoulders. 17, 18, 20. All right. Back onto the ground. Get your twist. Level off. Work with your breath. Should feel leveled. Inhale, twist up. Exhale, drop down. 2, take your time. 3, find your core. 4, and 5. Perfect. Other side. 2. Keep those hips over the knees. Pack in that upper back. And 5. All right. Shift into your downward facing dog. Grab your belly. Feel the back engage. Take a deep inhale and an exhale. And then let's rotate our heels. Now double check your upper back. Keep it squared off. Grab that core. Rotate to the middle and then to the other side. That stretch through the back and then rotate back to the middle. All right, drop onto your hips. Put your knees together. Nice work. Hinge back. Keep those arms reached out in front. And then take one more breath. All right, now take your knees over to the right. So your toes stay together, knees stay together, but your knees are on the right side of the mat. You're going to walk your arms, your hands to the left side of the mat. Let your hips drop off to the the right, and then pack in your shoulder blades, especially that right shoulder blade. So the shoulder is going to want to lift up into the neck and the ear. Pack it in and then drop it toward the ground. Feel that low back stretch, mid back. Perfect. And then other side. Take your knees to the left, hands to the right. Oh. And then drop that left shoulder blade in. Keep letting your hips drop to the left. Take your breaths. Alrighty, we're going to go into a pigeon. Well, let's see. Let's get our hip flexors first. Always good to get those. All right, right leg forward, drop in, find that positioning, maybe lift the back knee, shimmy around a little, twist, drop, tuck, and adjust until you get that pull in your back hip flexor. Now let's head into our pigeon. So walk your right foot over to the left side of the mat. Flex your foot back. And then see if you can get that pelvis squared off. Maybe you have to pull the left knee in a little. Feel that stretch in the right hip. Breathe into that hip. Try to relax the tension. Okay, and then before we switch it up, take both hands to the right side of your knee, right side of the right knee, and twist. Perfect. All right, let's get the other side. Start with your hip flexor. Plant that foot in the front. Whatever you need to do, adjust that back. Feel that pull, that stretch. And then take your left foot over to the right side of the mat. Flex that foot. Lower down. Wherever works for your body and where you can keep your pelvis neutral. So you want to make sure that the left and right side of your hip are even. Trying to drop that right hip down and pull the left hip back. All right, and then let's twist. Plant your hands to the outside of the left leg. Plant into those hands so you can push into that twist. All right. Great work, everybody. Way to keep it going. Enjoy a quick forward fold. Always feels good. And I'll see you tomorrow. Nice work.